go to B.
Ai nau mai whakatau mai rā ki te Papatakaro McEwen Park. Here we are as we count down to the grand final. Hawke's Bay Bulldogs up against the host of this tournament, Lower North Bulldogs, after victory in the first knockout games for each of these sides. And it's going to be a hell of a game. These guys have been the performers of this tournament so far, and no doubt it's going to be a great battle. Yeah, big shout out to everyone that is tuned in online as the Lower North Bulldogs come make their way out with photos of Fat Stog and some of the other whānau that have passed away. It's going to be a great occasion. We're down on the ground with Tautoko Ratu.
Wow, whānau, welcome to this grand final, Battle of the Regions, the Clash of the Regions 2025, as the hosts, the Lower North, make their way out onto the field, carrying, of course, the mighty Fats, Notorious. And we look across to the Bay Dogs, the mighty Hale, playing in all their honour. It's going to be a glorious day, a wicked day. And if you just joined us, Ahakua Kiwhia, North Fair, it was the Clash of the Regions 2025 Grand Final, the Bay Bulldogs up against the host, the Lower North. And it is packed out here, right around McEwen Park, home of Petone Panthers. And a club with such great history as well, whānau. If you're unaware of the great Steve Watene, and you play rugby league, the Māori Rugby League competition is played for the Steve Lukutai Watene Trophy, who once donned the jersey of Petone Panthers and played right here in Te Whanganui Aotara at McEwen Park. But of course today it's the home, the Clash of the Regions. You might hear in the background some emceeing going on. A familiar voice who's across social media platforms selling his paringo. No names needed. Got people from up the far north, from the Waikato, from Auckland, from down south, from the east coast. Waikato in the kingdom, and all the chapters associated, all the mongrels associated to this kaupapa worker. And kore paunga mihi to Brother Fabes, Notorious, located down here in the Lower North, who's done all the mahi in the background to bring this event together. Permits from the council, liaising with those we don't want to liaise with, and the police, organising our whānau to be here, stall holders, apparel, kai, hauora checkups, ice creams galore. Wow.
So moment of silence.
As we check in for a moment of silence, whānau, remember those who have gone before us, those who have paved the way. Think back to the mighty Sundog. Not too long ago, Brother Fats, Brother Hale, and many other mongrels that have passed away, and our whānau members as well. Always in our minds, always in our hearts. And this is the whānau here, all paying respects and honouring all those who have gone before us. Man. Yeah, as we stand here remembering those and reflecting on those, we pan a zoom in shot of one of the founding members of the mongrel mob and mighty Bunga Navi. Central Hawke's Bay, who's here in our presence and taking his moment of time to think about those who have passed on. But it's time to rumble, whānau. It is game on. Grand final, Clash of the Regions 2025, McEwen Park in Wellington. Lower North, the host, taking on the Bay Bulldogs, who are fresh out of their spring season up there in the Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, well, speaking of rugby league, when you think of Hawke's Bay, there's a beautiful scene there with Ngāwiti Pekapo, who has been a huge part of Hawke's Bay Rugby League. Not only the Mango Mau ki te Mataua Maui, and so I remember his son Jason Pekapo playing some Premier football, heading overseas as well. And so good to see Hawke's Bay Rugby League strong again. I think it was the Oamahu team that won the recent competition.
Premier competition,
Premier competition. So Henry Heke and the crew.
Wow, Henry Heke, yes, founding member of the Wellington University club here in Wellington, fresh out of Oamahu Huias, who are victors up there in Hawke's Bay competition. The Bay Bulldogs, unfortunately, going down to their grand final to Altani.
Wow, so they made the grand final to Altani. Yes, there you go. So yeah, wonderful conditions here, packed out crowd at the final. I think we might have to put that rope up because they're definitely going to breach the rope and head onto the field. It's been pretty much a normal part of the game, everyone on the field, including yourself.
Oh, had to. I couldn't see past the crowd as they encroach on the field, yes. So they had to get out and around, and could possibly run around on there and commentate at the same time, mate, and try and get some comments from the brothers, but I'm not too sure if they're that flexible and that agile. However, let's see how agile they are in this grand final.
Well, from one Ngāwiti senior to Ngāwiti junior joining us in the commentary box, he's been living in the Hawke's Bay. How's the rugby league scene up there?
Oh, it's nice. You're nice and hot, like always. Shivering when you come down here. Yeah.
There you go, Navi. The next generation coming through. Minutes away from kickoff. Penisila getting the whistle in the middle.
Some early leads out of the blocks there across the halfway line. Familiar jersey colours and a strong return from the Bay Bulldogs to get across the 20-metre line. It's the grand final. Tricks from the Bay Bulldogs, carting it forward. Going into their rhythm early with Tama. Strong run up the middle. He'll run hard, he'll run all day, this bloke, as he crosses the 50 on 3. Big metres from the Bay Bulldogs to start off their set. And here they are up until the 40. Bay Bulldogs with the first opportunity as they look to go wide and they find some numbers. And it's a lost ball. Tukutahi with the clean-up. He looks to stay in and he does a good job of securing the ball and getting up the plate. No indication from the referee of a restart in the play of the tackle set, but the Lower North with an opportunity themselves to get into the game. And this man here in the first game, Trulin Petoni, who's been instrumental in setting a platform for the Lower North alongside of E and Brother Leighton. And here comes E now. Nice low leg drive, hard to put to the ground as he crosses over the 40-metre line. And the experience of Sean as he goes and sees the numbers. He counted numbers, he saw them there. They can't quite get the ball. Oh, no good defence from the Bay Bulldogs.
Well, it's a great start, entertaining footy, just, grinding away, trying to force some mistakes and minimal penalties so far in this game, and that's what I've been impressed about, Rat. Like, you'd expect more head-high tackles, but not the case at this tournament.
Mate, the discipline in these 3 games gone so far, no head-highs. Like, no clean shots to the head, nothing at all. I have been amazed at the discipline. Here we are back at the action. The Bay Bulldogs trying to get out of their half as they settle in the middle on the 40-metre line. They played numbers, a hint of a forward pass, but another loose ball. The Bay Bulldogs doing almost everything right until late in the set where they've spilt the ball and given the opportunity back to the lower north. We're rushing out of the line, number 10 for the Bay Bulldogs, to try and slow the momentum. 13, and Tortua with late footwork at the line. Khan East Coast enters into the game, links up with his spine and the experience of Sean, and the young fellow on the wing flirting with the sideline. He stays in, enterprising play, but a little knock on has been found in that play by the officials and referee Sila, indicating a feed to the Bay Bulldogs. MC Cowie in the background there, trying to call our supporters back from the sideline. Nothing unnormal to what we see at typical rugby league, and a great shot there from Tukutahi, and he's lost the ball. Called for a tip tackle, but questionable, but nonetheless, something's gone wrong in there because we have a player struggling to find his feet and staying down. Looks like a little shoulder injury. No scores, 0-0 as we approach the 8-minute mark here in the first half. The Bay Bulldogs looking to clear to the touchline, and they restart play 40 metres out on attack. And it's a tap and it's a go. 8 metres on the carry. Bay Bulldogs to play the ball. And they come back to the short side with a 1-out play. And he's got no support and easily picked off by the defence there. But Bay Bulldogs look to strike back towards, that's Lades Napier. Coming back across to the short side. Tipped onto his side. And they're looking to exploit the short side again in this play and work this left side over on defence. But all credit to that lower north defence on this edge here. 4 tackles in a row. And they look to the other side, the Bay Bulldogs looking to play options and unnecessary offloads, and the lower north doing a good job of getting in between the players and intercepting the ball as they work their way off their try line. That's the outside backs coming in to do a bit of work, and a little high there on the tackle, but referee Sela says play on. The experience. And there it is again, a little tip on. Just the poker's nose through the line, and Trulin Petoni will line up again. You can see him coming. It looks like for a settle, and he does exactly that as they get to their kick. And it, ball on the ground. It always proves tricky to, no advantage in the play. The touch judge has given the call. The experience of the touch judge Akavi indicating to referee Sela no advantage. We'll go back to the original knock on.
I'm going to do it, Cuz.
And it's play back to the lower north. Big shout out to Cuzzy Noel, who joined us in this live coverage and is now off to fulfill his duties and obligations for Te Aroha cricket. All the best skills, and plenty of wickets and plenty of sixes. It's the mighty Khan with the lead up. Leighton, and here's he again, doing what he does best, trucking it forward, finding his front. Tough day at the office, and his counterpart. Oh, come. Lower North with first opportunity as they come in down the right-hand side. But there goes the confusion in having similar jerseys. He passed it right to his opposition.
Just watch what I do. Just watch what I do. Because you'll take over the split. Janine, zoom out a little bit.
Yep.
Janine, follow ball and zoom in a bit. Go two.
The Bay Bulldogs, as they get across into the green zone, looking to get into their rhythm where they've been struggling, but here it is. Big unit with the ball in hand, showing and confusing the defence.
Follow ball to me.
Just a partner, if you own a red Chester.
The late in the sets the Bay Bulldog, and they look to come down the short side of the play. They share the ball, put it on the ground. The fullback doing excellent job there of covering that grubber.
Azilla, registration MQZ 361.
Should I just see do it? I'll just leave you these to do it.
Well, I've got to duck off then.
Oh, you got,
In 15.
okay, when you duck off or something. Yeah, I've got you. Working over here, time finally, the shorter staff. But nonetheless, we're going to bring you some good coverage as we come back to the action. That's E-Dog out wide somehow, playing a bit like Fui Fui Moi Moi with a tip on. It looks like some confusion. Two in the tackle, a ripped ball, held was called first, they're all offside, it's the final. We're not too sure what's going on. But a big kick looks like it's coming in, down the middle. The experience of Fabes Elliott. He got up, he came again, but he was met by the Big Show, who said, get back. Out of dummy half comes the Bay Bulldogs, trying to exploit the short side again. Seems to be their play in this game, and we look like we have someone with some concussion. Wrong-footed, with the shoulder on the head. As we look at it again, there he comes in, just got wrong-footed on the replay there, and he seemed to catch an unlucky shoulder into the head and pirouette out. Unfortunate whānau, the beauty of good organisation and having contingency plans in place. We have medics on hand. We have the reliable Doug King, who no doubt will collect this plan and give him an assessment, go through the concussion protocols to ensure he can make it to the party tonight. But it's good to see he's walking off. He's conscious, he understands where he is, and he can count to 10. But back to the action. Game on. The Bay Bulldogs trucking it across the 40, and they look for options left and right. Tama on the right, and they go to him. They cut him under, they drop him off, he uses good footwork, and here he goes again, shows the ball, enterprising play. It's E with the cover tackle. The Lower North scrambling back. Fullback almost caught out of place, but he gets back there and they slip one out to the corner. And it looks like it's Fame Central. He goes in for the corner, Central Hawkesby. Central Hawkesby in the corner. It's the Teen Dogs. And the first try here in this grand final. Clash of the Regions 2025. If you've just joined us live, welcome. We're at McEwen Park, Wellington for this grand final. Fame Nathan from the Bay Bulldogs. Central Hawke's Bay going in the corner. It's been tit for tat here, and there's been some confusion also with familiar strips. Red and white, white and red. No one wants the black. And it's proven to be everyone's misfortune because intercepts have just been gladly handed over. A wonderful attempted conversion with the wind behind him. Sails over the post. And it is 6 points to 0.
Who's on? Who's on?
The clash of the regions. 6-0. The Bay Bulldogs currently leading the lower north.
So then, like, you're ready for them to move wherever? Yeah, ready? Yeah. Now it's on me, yeah, we can't beat them.
And we look down into the centre of the field there. We see Fabes about to place the ball for our restart. And a big shout out to our camera crew, all the technicians working in the background, doing what we can to bring you this live coverage of the Clash of the Regions, broadcasting worldwide into everyone's pad. Plenty of offsides on that, but Penny Sealer just can't see that one. The Bay Bulldogs bring it off the back fence. Great leg drive, great strength, and a tip on. It's tackle one. Almost up to the 40-metre line. Some good yards from the Bay Bulldogs as they get back into their rhythm and settle into the middle. 4 in the tackle. And they look short on the right side. And it's Tama. Barnstorming run. Who else? Nothing but strength, power, agility, and speed. It is Tama through the middle, and a boom shakalaka to extend that lead. The Bay Bulldogs with an early 10-point lead with a kick to come. And we're looking down at the field. Lower North are scrambling, coming together, having a discussion, and asking themselves what's not right, what do we need to do to make it right, and what do we need to do to claw back this lead that the Bay Bulldogs have. And if anything, the last kick right from out on the sideline was down the hey diddle diddle, and this one's just like spreading Marmite over your toast. The touch judges obliged, flags are up, 12 points plays a 0 in this clash of the Regions Grand Final 2025 here at McEwen Park. I'll just come in and I'll keep talking to them, bro. I'll multitask. It is what it is.
I'll get the call up to you.
Hey, welcome back to the action, whānau. As I mentioned, we're low on technicians, so I'm going to migrate from here into the operations desk as well as commentating and directing. But we're back to the action. Down the middle it goes, and the big bounce. Welcome to McEwen Park, Petone, where it continues to roll on the hard ground. And the try scorer there, Tama, doing a wonderful job in gathering the ball before it rolls dead. Might have been a bit of fluff or dust that touched that sideline. There goes the pace down the sideline. He shows excellent. Like a gazelle he goes. And they're gaining on him. A good chase from the lower north as they come back through. He ducks, he weaves, he gives it. Did he give it to the right man? The Bay Bulldogs 100 metres off the kickoff, showing why they deserve to be here. And a wonderful show of athleticism, of speed, of skill. The individual there cutting across, ducking back, and trying to stay alive to find his support players, and that they obliged in twos. And a try into the corner. 3 quick tries with a kick to come. We've now pushed it out to 16 points to 0. Lower North have huddled in, they're getting tight. It's not over, it's still time. It's still another half. And this is the time to dig deep, believe in yourselves, reflect back on everything you've trained and how to apply. Unlucky with the attempted conversion from out wide into the wind. Just hooking and ducking off to the left. That's the Bay Bulldogs, 16 points to 0. Here at the clash of the region's grand final, McEwen Park. The sun's out, it's tropical, it's balmy, it's almost like desert weather. Yes, it's Wellington. Nice southerly breeze to keep us cool up here in the commentary box. As we marry up the tee and the ball, they decide to elope, stick around. Here comes the kick. And it's an option, it's short, and they get the ball back and they show some enterprising stuff. They come back, it's Sean Playford, former Wellington Orca, who played that ball from back in the 2000s. Lower North, as they approach the 10-metre line with an opportunity, and they should be looking to get some runs on the board, some points on the board to claw back this margin that the Bay Bulldogs have extended on them. But here they get to the final. It's all about an option off this boot. Will they put it on the ground? No, they hit the back door and it goes to the air and it stays in. They shield it and let it go out. Not the perfect end to a set that they wanted to find a result from, either a repeat set or some points on the ball. It's a turnover ball, 10 metres in, play the ball, 15, 25 metres out, the Bay Bulldogs back into it. And it's the cap Lads Napier who finds his front, showing the way for the Bay Bulldogs. And they continue to come. They go 1, they go 2. They're going to suck it back with a third punch. It's Tama, the try scorer, crossing over the halfway. He's the machine, this lad. And they come back with some variations and they kick on the play 4. But they got covered there, the Lower North. But equally a good chase on the right-hand side there with the centre and winger. 3/4 working hard. They try to go to the sideline and it doesn't prove fruitful at all because the flag is up. They're trying to play on, they're unaware of what's happened behind them. And it's an enterprising play that's not quite coming to fruition from the Lower North. Some inexperience coming to show there. And they'll need to just settle down, get back to the basics, and understand getting to the end of the set and putting the kick in with some kick pressure is about applying pressure and continually building pressure. Simple mistakes like this where we're easy turnover is something we don't want to give the Bay Bulldogs, who've shown what they can do with the ball in hand with 3 quick tries. And here they come again. 1 through the middle. They set it to the middle and they got shape left and right. And they look to play through the middle, outside, inside play, right up behind the ruck, moving the big forwards around of the Lower North. An unfortunate error at the play of the ball witnessed by the official Sila. Lower North fortunate, but they will need to make the most of the spoil that they receive. They've got a long way to go to get up the field and they shouldn't be looking to score, but rather getting to their kick, getting a good kick chase in and pinning the Bulldogs down into the corner and making them work out of the corner. Tough work coming off your line. Jezza Porirua still standing in a tackle just short of the 20-metre line. And good defensive line being led up by Tama and the Bay Bulldogs. A fumble, looking to offload. No one wants to jump on the loose ball. And it's Tama himself who shows you how to do it. Says, you don't want it, I'll take it, lad. And we'll play some numbers, and they kick it early, and it's not a good play at all. And there's the confusion. Passing it back to the same coloured jersey who came in between. It was just a tēnā koe intercept. Lower North looking to shorten up their defence. Implied pressure. Bay Bulldogs found the outside but couldn't quite get the ball to the end. To the winger. And it's a turnover with a recount in the set. And a rip involved as well. And an easy piggyback up the field that the Bay Bulldogs did not want to give away. The Lower North struggling to find cohesion and rhythm in their game plan. A contrasting difference to the performance employed earlier in the day in game one. But this man here taking it forward with some good yards. 4 post-metre contact. Leighton Notorious. And another himself, E Notorious, who set a good platform for the Lower North. Likewise, this man here. And what can the backs do on the back of this 40-metre run that these 3 players have provided? And they go 6 and 7. Khan with the tip on. He shows he goes. The tip on was on. The numbers were there. But he tucked it up. Proved costly. The cross kick goes across, it holds up in the wind. As I said, it's tricky here in Petone, but the Bay Bulldogs going high and coming down like he's climbing those fruit trees up in the bay. They go down for tackle 2, 35 metres out from their line. It's big lads Napier crossing over the 40 and taking it forward for the Bay Bulldogs. They're showing the experience here and getting back into their rhythm. Good runs out of Darty. Dummy half getting in behind the ruck and causing trouble. As they look for a wraparound play, bums up playing the tip on, and this man's been beautiful with the ball in hand. Showing, going, incisive run, and a nice tip on for another try to the fullback, who takes it over under the post for a boom shakalaka to the Bay Bulldogs. And for those of you wondering what the score is, I'm not going to tell you right now, but I'll bring you an update at half time. It's about 4 tries to 0, Bay Bulldogs 20. The Lower North 0. But hey, there's the second half still to come. 4 tries, conversions will definitely claw it back. You can never lay your head down. You can never lie down and give up in this game of rugby league. All it takes is a good bounce of the ball, a couple of good plays, a good shot out of the line on defense, and you're back in the game. And that conversion is successful to push the scores out 22 points to 0. As we near half time here at McEwen Park, for those of you who've just tuned in to the grand final clash of the regions, 22-0 Bay Bulldogs running away in this first half. And the Lower North will have to dig deep as they look for another option. They're coming back to the right side. Watch the wind. It's high, it's wide, and it's a great catch. Bit of confusion there, didn't quite get the timing right, but they go back into the middle and a nice place to settle it. Perfect place to start your set is coming off the middle of the field, and we see there with easy meters by the Bay Bulldogs, play number 3. And they get and cross over the halfway. 3 runs across the halfway. Unfortunately, good work from out of marker, but no, he was called not to be square, offside, and giving away an easy penalty. Well, let me cross over to my mate over here. Hey, puppy.
Yeah, my bro. My bro, I tell you what, with players like that, I think the Lower North are going to struggle.
Yeah, you think so, my bro?
Yeah, my bro. They just need to hold the ball, make the tackles, and give away no penalties.
Okay, then, my bro, thank you for joining us. That was the bro. As we come back to the action. 15 metres out from the line, the Bay Bulldogs with a tap and go straight ahead. They got good shape out to the left here as they're running on your screen, right to left, running towards the east. In their direction from the east side. As they look to extend their score, they come back towards the post with some good leg drive. Numbers in the tackle from the Lower North. 3 in the tackle as they take them down, 2 to peel off them. They go 1, they go deep, they go a straight line with a tip on off the back door. But great defence from the Lower North and closing that hole. As the Bay Bulldogs look to exploit the other side of the field, and it looks like it's Big Tricks who shows and comes back under the defence with some nimble footwork from the big lad as he crosses over for another boom shakalaka. It's the Tricks for the Bay Bulldogs, 26-0. They're pulling right away. It's 13 plus 13 to make 26. We look around our crowd, whānau, it's still beautiful here. It's packed out on the banks. Everyone enjoying the shades under the pōhuti kawa, under the gazebos. Whānau have got their health checks. They've been over there for their quit smoking programs. They're wanting to make a difference in their households. The kai waka fried yeast bread, pawa fried bread, steak sandwiches, hangis. Man, the kai has been awesome. And not to mention the awesome apparel wear that was on sale here, all the merch tents. A big shout out to all the whānau around the motu who are printing, who are stitching, who are getting all the wear out there and showing that we are alive, we are here. As we go into halftime, it's 28 points to 0. Bay Bulldogs with a big lead, a commanding lead here in this grand final. We'll take a break, whānau, and we'll come back to you in about 30.
You go down, I'll pass it back down there. Yep.
halfway line, yeah.
No,
Yeah, okay. The black thing, okay.
yeah. The one right in front of me. Yeah.
I got it.
Make sure we keep.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, on conversions and so any conversions, go on the close up and as soon as he kicks it, go to the wide. Yeah. Same with the halfway as well.
And welcome back to our live stream whānau. It's the Clash of the Regions 2025. McEwen Park here in Wellington, tropical Wellington. Just look at it on your screen. A nice sea breeze to keep the temperatures at bay. They say we're heading for 30 degrees down here in Wellington. I don't think it ever gets that hot this time of the year. We'll bring you up to speed whānau as we come back to the play. It is the Bay Bulldogs 28 points to 0 in the lead. And the Lower North will be looking to claw their way back here in this game. Welcome to the second half. As we get to the play, it is the Lower North coming back out with the play. And he's off the ground there. The ref's saying put him back down. He's shortened up to 10. And it's that man again coming forward for the Lower North. 35 metres out. It's Trulin Petoni getting up to the halfway line as he plays the ball. The Lower North, a good start to the second half as they get in, and we go back to the play. We're playing on. It's the play on. The ref says play on. And it looks like it is a play on for a try. He's going back to have a look. Let's have a look at this play. It goes down. Bit of confusion at the end there, and there's a follow through. Lower North doing good to battle right to the end and confirm try, and a quick start for the Lower North, scoring early in the second half to record their first try in the second half in the game. 28 points to 4. It is all on as we go deep into this grand final Battle of the Clash, Battle of the Regions, Clash of the Regions 2025. Wow, what a start. They got to their kick, they did everything right. A good kick chase down the field and some confusion at the back by the Bay Bulldogs. And the conversion unsuccessful, which could prove costly at the back end of this half when we're looking to see who the winner's going to be. Not forgetting the Bay Bulldogs. 5 tries to 0 in the first half with 4 conversions. Does that add up right? Yes, 5 is 20, plus 4 conversions is 28. 28 points to 4. The Bay Bulldogs at halfway. About to restart this Clash of the Regions 2025. It's Playford. And here we come. It's E coming hard at the line, leading with his shoulder and back up to the 20-metre line. They'll be looking to do the same again and this set, and relying on the experienced runners of E, of Leighton, of Trulin, to get a platform for them and get to the back end of their set and find the kick. As we look in there at the play of the ball, they look to go wide. And they go through the middle of the field, getting close to the halfway. As Trulin seems after a tip on, he's going to do a little sneaky play himself. It was out there. It was a dummy. It was a show to no one. It was a go to me. And it looks like we've lost yards, but we're at the back end and looking forward to get a kick in. Lower North puts it up high. It's swirling. They're going to let it find the pasture. And it's the fullback who scored 2 tries here in this clash so far, and we can see them coming up. The Bay Bulldogs, straight up the middle. As we get close to the halfway, he crosses over, and he's fighting. He's working hard. The play of the ball is nice and clean, and the Bay Bulldogs come back at the line again. And here they are, 30 metres out. Hot on attack, they'll be looking to cash in. And they come back through the middle against the grain. And they're breaking those tackles, and they continue to duck, to weave. They're finding it, they're getting close. And it looks like it's a boom shakalaka. The referee pans around the back. And it looks like it's going to be a 4-pointer. Here we are, just catching the back end of that replay, whānau. And as I mentioned earlier, we're down on production crew, we're down on technicians. But you can see there, the big number 12 coming from the right-hand side of the field after he was dropped off, going against the grain. And it's a good ploy there from the Bay Bulldogs.
On the kick.
You can see them bust out of a few of those tackles as they keep coming across and finding it in the middle. But they push the lead out. 32 points to 4 with the kick to come. But no, again, it looks like the ball and the T want a divorce. They're having marital problems out there. They want to elope, but they don't want to. Who wants to do a tongue tie? Focuses in. It looks good. The flags are raised. The officials say it's another 2 points to take it up to 34 points to 4. The Bay Bulldogs extending the lead here at McEwen Park. We take a look at the energy levels of the lower north as they head back up. They seem composed. They're glad to be here in the grand final. Of course, the tournament they're hosting. A final they've never appeared in before, and to my understanding, recorded their first win of the Clash of the Regions in its history. And a great place to secure their first win, none other than at home here at the Panthers Den in Wellington. But Fabian with the kickoff. It's game on again as we restart here at McEwen Park. And it's ugly. It goes all over the show. It goes up. It goes back. Penny Sealer, the referee, says play on. As the lower north hit their straps. It's Tortor. As he gets the 20 metres out. And this man again, he has been strong for this team today as they look to get their second try. And they come back again through the 1, 2, 3. And we come back and have a look at their shot. We can see them set out to the right. And here we go with the play. It's the lower north trying to switch with a 1-2 to the edge, but equally up to it is the defence of the Bay Bulldogs, and they push forward and shut down the plate, and they come back to the block, to the open side and put a kick in. It bounces over. It's the classic McEwen field where it's hard. Everything bounces here, and it bounces away from you. It flicks out the back door. It goes nowhere but into the hands of the Bay Bulldogs, who is driven into touch. And we can see a little bit of play here. He goes in. It looks like he's going in hard. He tries his hardest for a release and an offload into the wrong hands. But scrambling defense drives them out and they get the ball back. It's a restart here. 10 in, 10 out. Lower north. An opportunity again as they look to attack. It's number 4 with some good right. Before he hits the defensive line and some heavy impact we can hear as we're 50 metres away. To get across, good defence. Pressure from Tama as he gets up on the inside. And a great grass cutting tackle there to save it for the lower north as we go back and reverse on to defence. And it's fast, enterprising play here from the Bay Bulldogs as they come out of their half. 2 tackles for them to cross over the 40-metre line. Energy levels here from both teams are great. Lower North getting off the line, meeting them at the contact area. The Bay Bulldogs equally carrying strong and getting across the halfway as they come towards the right-hand sideline. And it looks like it's a show and a go. He's gone around the back. There's no shepherd being called by the referee. He says play on, and they do play on as they march 35 metres out from the try line. It's the Bay Bulldogs on the final. They look to get the kick in, and it looks a bit mucky over there. We're not too sure what's going on, but it seems the Bay Bulldogs have the ball back. And they come back, and it's Tama coming back under. He's tough. He drives. He pulls up 3 metres short of the line. As we pan across, they got numbers, but they look like they're going to go in tight. The referee backs back. He points down. It's the signal that you always look for. As we see here on the replay, great platform by Tama as he gets up for a quick play of the ball, and he goes in from dummy half. Was that a hat-trick? Was that a hat-trick we just witnessed in this grand final by the fullback? And I think it just could be as he marches back to the halfway. A wonderful job this session here in the grand final. The Bay Bulldogs running away with the score, 38 points to 4 with a kick to come. Great effort, great conversion. Down the hay, diddle diddle. Signified by the touchies as they raise the yellow flags. And we push the score out. That's 100%. 40 points to 4. The Bay Bulldogs running away with the game. And if you just joined us live, whānau, where you are around the world, around the country, around the regions, around your chapters, in your kitchens, in your lounges, in your garages, at the pad. That's the Clash of the Regions 2025 with the Bay Bulldogs extending their lead, 40 points to 4. Lower North with the kickoff and everyone offside, but we'll just play on. And it looks like it's a fumble, and it comes in tight. We're coming in with great defence from Leighton. As we follow the play forward, some more hard runs there from the Bay Bulldogs. And they continue to truck it through the middle. A great effort. Looks like they brought some more popo on from the bench. Looks like another 13 players there on the bench to bring on. And the Bay Bulldogs hitting their rhythm. A double drop off with a backhand on the inside to this barnstorming player. It's Tama. He goes, he offloads, he finds his man with a little one over the top. An unlucky pickup there from the Bay Bulldogs with enterprising play. And you can see it here, Tama with the offload. A little one over the top and couldn't quite get it on the half volley. They have the freedom to do such plays with a lead of 40 points to 0. Showing enterprise, showing their skills, showing everything they're made of, fresh out of their spring season up there in the Hawke's Bay. Oh, bit of confusion at the back end of the scrum there from the Lower North, and no one wanting to pick up the ball. But they've recovered to take their first tackle. But it's E, he's been a machine. I've been very impressed with this prop. Low to the ground, low centre of gravity, hard to put down, and continues to go forward. But it's the Lower North Coming out of their half, they got numbers over here and a good show, good go as he inches closer to the halfway and the play of the ball. And we go to the right. We look to go wide. And we get across the field as Fabes crabbing, but the defense is equally up there on him as he 3 metres short of halfway and look to get the kick in. It's Playford. Playford with a big chase. It's the Bay Bulldogs coming in with a great catch, great footwork, and good defense to pull him down 35 metres out from his line. Excellent work coming out there, a little bit high, and the referee says play on. I'm not going to call nothing today. You can sort it out later. The Bay Bulldogs to play the ball 5 metres short inside their half. And they go again with a 1-2 tip on. Crossover, easy yards. Referee signals the ball went sideways, it went somewhere, but now it's gone out on the opposite side of the field. And not quite want the Bay Bulldogs would want it at the back end of their set. Some questions being asked. Unsure what's happening, but it looks like the call is bring it in 10, gentlemen. Hand over to the lower north as they look to bring it out. And a crunching tackle from number 20. The Bay Bulldogs over the top. And good line speed coming off the 10 metre by the Bay Bulldogs. They understand the assignment here today. As the lower north look to get across the halfway, but a couple of handbrakes have pulled them up short. And they'll continue down the short side. As we get in for the play of the ball, it's Trulin gone to the dummy half with E. Drops his hip into that tackle, but equally, the Bay Bulldogs are up. They're back into it. 40 metres out. Lower North on attack. They look for something special, which is what they have to do to get into the game again. And it's a bit with an offload. They look to keep the ball alive, and they're going to have to keep it alive. No, get out of the way. And it's the Lower North heading into the corner with what looks like to be a try. And off enterprising play, a little chip over the top from Playford. And they do their best to keep the ball alive. Fabian, seeing the view outside, finds his partner in crime and Leighton Notorious, who is deserved of a try today in all his efforts for the Lower North. And clawing that score back somewhat. 40 points to 8 with the conversion to come. We pan across and we look right down there deep into those goalposts. We can see the Bay Bulldogs, not just their team, but the whole entourage. The marquees, all the whānau. It's a wonderful view. This is the home of the Petone Panthers. Hey, it's a great day of rugby league. Battle of the Regions, the Clash of the Regions 2025. And this man again has been instrumental in bringing this kaupapa to fruition today. Lining up the conversion into a stiff breeze coming from the southeast. It's a good strike, not quite the direction. The compass was not quite magnetically calibrated today. But there he is on your screen, Fabian Elliott. Lower North, organiser extraordinaire, and come back to the middle, and there he is. And I want to give a congratulations to who he is, Penisila, the referee, officials in the middle, the yellow team who've come to support the kaupapa, and Sakavi Porirua, his son on the far side, who've kept the game flowing, who've ensured that everyone's in. And as we have a look at this flying day in the background there, it shows what we do here in Te Whanganui-Aotearoa with the sails. Well, as we sail back down here into the action, it's Playford dropping it off. And the Lower North coming back beyond the 30 metre. It's their best return all game as they look to finish strong in this game. It's those two again with a 1-2 punch just to the edge. It's a Slater Creek forward. Lower North getting across to the middle, edging towards the halfway there as they get close in the play of the ball. It is Tortoa at dummy half as they get up to the 40 with one more general play before they look for the final option, and they get to a back door with a tip on here. As we get close, it's Leighton, 20 metres out. They're looking to attack, they're looking to capitalise. It's Playford. He puts it on the ground, it's going to bounce, and bounce it does into the hands of the Bay Bulldogs. As we pan across, we can see all our whānau, as well as the players with great energy levels. The Bay Bulldogs rolling the sleeves up. And rolling them up they do, and breaking through the line with determination, too short of the 30-metre line as they continue to roll. Nothing silly. Great leg drive to get onto his front. He's showing great strength right across the park. Number 4 offside was called out, entered the tackle, no penalties given. They look good, the Bay, as they march up the field, nice and composed, dropping it back under, changing the tempo and the momentum, and as I talk, as I speak, the commentator's curse strikes. 40.8, McEwen Park. Tropical Saturday afternoon here in Te Whanganui Aotearoa. It's the clash of the regions. This late in the day, this late in the season, some of them could be forgiven for some of these errors that they're making. No one's playing rugby league in the regular season. The only ones regular are these mighty men here, fronting up for a great kaupapa of hauora, of whānau, whanaungatanga, and generally keeping the whānau whera together and positive. As we come back into the action and count down to the back end of this grand final. The Lower North doing everything they can to hold the ball, but someone put some butter on the ball and it slipped out. Here comes the Bay Bulldogs with great leg speed, pushing through the line, dragging them through and saying, you come with me, I'm not ready to die with this ball. As they take their first tackle, it's a double pump and it's an outside face with an inside ball. He's got big hips, he evades the tackle, he shrugs them off, and it's a boom shakalaka as we have a look at the replay coming to you. You see that, just play the ball. He's a double pump with a double face ball, nice inside ball, great evasive action and footwork. Some great combinations there from the Bay Bulldogs as they slip into the corner to push the score out. 44 points to 8. And the Lower North should keep their heads up, as I mentioned earlier. They've come a long way, breaking up their first ever win in the Clash of the Regions, and their win earlier in the day over the Bay of Plenty, which was the first game. Followed in the second game with the Bay Bulldogs victorious over Waikato, who travelled the long road of State Highway 1 to represent and try and defend their title. But were pulled up short, and here we have them. It's the Bay Bulldogs and Lower North battling out for that trophy, the Clash of the Regions. And it's the first time, the first dance for the Lower North here in this grand final, and a great effort. And a big shout out to their coaching crew, their coaching staff, those in the background. You see them out there in the black and whites running their white, keeping everyone hydrated, keeping everyone healthy. As we wait for the return of the officials and the ball, a big shout out also to all the coaches, all those behind the scenes within the regions, organising our teams, getting the brothers fit, keeping them sharp. Aha kua te ha. Whanongatanga prevails, Hauora prevails, 13 more years, 13 more bucks, whānau. As they come back for the kickoff, they go high, they look for a different option, and it proves fruitful with Playford. The experienced half from out at St. George. Totoa in at dummy half. The lower north looking to finish strong with their third play coming hard up the middle, and it's a big run from the lower north as he goes 11 metres short of the line, and they look to hit the short side. As Fabesy says, I'm not going to show, I'm going to come to you. But they're out wide. We can see them set up out there. But do they want to go that way? They want to say, no, I want to go this way. That's the man who scored previously in Leighton. But it's Playford. Nice little drop off at the back. It's another one at the back, but the Bay Bulldogs have picked up the scrambled eggs and they said, I'll eat them with a bit of toast, whānau. And while we're at it, let's get the ball across the field and we'll look for the space. But equally up to it is the lower north defence at this stage of the game. As we can hear in the background, about 5 minutes on the clock, the Bay Bulldogs full of running, full of jinking and weaving as they get up to and cross the 40-metre line. 44 points to 8. They're showing no let off here, the Bay Bulldogs. And here it is again. A chip over the top and no fullback home. They're showing the legs. They've got the legs on the toe. Will he get to the ball? He's gone too far. And we'll have a look at their enterprising play because no doubt there'll be a lot of time, as you can see it here. You can see no fullback home. It finds pasture. No one in the chase. Just needed a Ronaldo skill or two. But unbeknown to them and how fast this track is here in Te Whanganui Aotearoa Whānau, if you've never played here in the middle of winter, as wet as Wellington is, this ground continues to stay hard. Right here on the beach front, there's a sandy bottom. Water drains away well. And it was proven right there. Ronaldo couldn't come to play. The lower north, here they are, approaching the halfway. As they get there for their third tackle. As we count down, they might get one more set of 6 after this before the full-time hooter. And it's play 4. As we get closer to the action, it's Trulin. He looks for the short side, and there's some experience there. They got numbers. They regather by the looks of it. It looks like it's a play on with an offload. He's thinking, he's weaving. He's got footwork. It's a one-on-one. But he secures the ball, and it's the finals of press signals. They've got numbers out wide. And we look to go wide. They go back inside, and I must have got the count wrong because we're playing on again. As we follow the play, it's the lower north. 8 metres out from the try line. They look to the experienced Playford as he goes to the back door to Fabian. And we're going into the corners. High, he goes in low. It's a boom shakalaka to the lower north. As they finish strong here today. We see it here in the replay with the back door. Fave's notorious with the long tip on and a try in the corner. And great reward for great effort for the lower north. Yes, the scoreline may have run away on them. But for those of them in this crew who have been hard at work behind the scenes to bring us such a great event, and this man here who's lining up the kick, and we can see him as he approaches, it's the way we want to see the game finish, nice and strong. 44 points to 12, with still one more set, maybe for the lower north to finish off the game.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left, Whānau.
As the MC in the background announces, we are familiar with that voice. It's the Coe's with the 2-minute signal. As we count down to the end of a wonderful kaupapa here at McEwen Park, and I still see our liaison team walking around and checking out the proceedings. Good to see them here. Wonderful kaupapa. Bay Bulldogs, last kickoff of the game. And it looks like it's going deep. It's a big bounce. And how were they fortunate to receive that back? 15 metres out off the line. It's the Lower North looking to finish strong here and close out this Clash of the Regions 2025 Grand Final. Totoa out of dummy half. And tackle 3, 35 metres out. With the footwork, they keep it alive. They go in. Nice lines there, equally lovely defence, absolutely resolute in saying you stay there and go no further. But the Lower North, nice double pump there as they open up the sideline and a little fumble by the looks of it. We have a look around and we'll check that last replay out as we count towards the end of the game. There it is, whānau. The final act of the game is a little knock on and we come back live. It is the Bay Bulldogs victorious. Once again, 2025 Clash of the Regions. McEwen Park, Petone, Wellington, your victors, your champions. 44 points to 12. And a big shout out to everyone who tuned in, wherever you are around the world, around the country, in our regions, in our homes, in our garages. Using mumsy's phone, using your daughter's laptop, using your son's tablet, whatever means it was that you hooked into this live stream. Wow, awesome. It's been a great day. It's been an awesome privilege to have this crew here. Come down from Auckland, a production crew of like 13. They ended up with 3. But whānau, it's been a wonderful occasion. We can't stay online any much more longer than we got whānau, so find someone who's live on social media, tune into their live feed, and whenever you're out watching some live stream sports, check into Moment Rouse's Productions. They are the ones that are bringing you this live. They've come down to Tautoko the Kaupapa. We asked about 2 or 3 other providers who said, yeah. When we said the Kaupapa and told them who it was, they said, hey, they said, see you later. But look, whānau, these are the people bringing us the Kaupapa. Support them, send them around, give them mihi. Everyone get a like, everyone go to their page, like their YouTube, subscribe, whatever it is. However we can boost them to come back to bring more of this for 2026. Wow. Big mihi to everyone involved. Right from behind the scenes, all our whānau, the Lower North team who put on a great day today. Yes, the Pirihimana have been here. We talk about them. They've been supportive. We have all the coaches involved in keeping the boys going. And as we count out and fade away, a one last boom shakalaka to all the Triple M's out there. Tihei, Mauri ora.
Also, a big shout out and a big beat to our